Hey, I thought I'd give you a tour of my garden again from just outside my front porch. It's about 7:30 this morning on June 23rd. And we're having a heat wave. Just got an advisory. I got my drink that we were having a heat advisory. Those are my black-eyed Susan vines. They're starting to leaf out. It doesn't look like I have anything in bloom to share with you, but they're pretty orange and they're very unique. I moved this little palm tree up to my porch. I might just sit on my porch and give you a view. This is the view that I get when I sit on my porch. There's that morning sun coming through there. So this is my miscanthus grass with arborvitae. The penstemon are blooming. The pink peace rose doesn't have anything on it right now, but it has bloomed a couple times. Canna lilies. I think those are Maximilian sunflowers. I'll get their name eventually. Make sure that you get it. There's my crepe myrtle, apple tree, smoke bush. My brain's a lot better this morning. Not the after work brain. This is my Pearl Forester grass that I transplanted. And although it's not as robust as it has been in the past, it's doing really good. So I have 3 little transplants that I put there. It looks pretty in the morning sun, and I love the way that grass gives a little bit of movement. This is a hosta that I put in a pot, so it looks like it tipped over. I like having that color in my garden and just a little bit of fun. This is my Holy Grail hibiscus. Since my last garden update, it has grown quite substantially, and I bet it blooms first week in July. For sure we'll show you that because it's so beautiful. These are my iris flags. I put in that another creeping gem euonymus so that it will match the one that I had planted over there and have cut back. Oh, there we go. For a little continuity, that's one reason why I moved the palm tree plant up on the porch. There's my wheelite hydrangeas, my heucheras, my daylilies, Japanese forest grass, my laurels. This one's, it's not doing as well as the other one. Sometimes that just happens, but it's still doing okay. There's my hosta that I planted, so we'll fill in that corner. It's doing really well. My Diverilla honeysuckle bush. Blooming, and I like how it has a little bit of movement as well, similar to the grass. I'll zoom in just a little bit. So my cat mint is still blooming. It does bloom for a long time. My creeping Jenny, my flags for my irises. The Sweet Williams are still going. Still have all that moonshine yarrow. Let's get a little closer and take a look. This is an asparagus fern, or an asparagus. It actually is the vegetable, so we can eat it when it matures, and it makes a great cut flower arrangements. Those are my Shasta daisies. There's this Cheyenne edition, and they're really pretty. They're a little different than the regular Shasta daisies that most people associate with. My dianthus has bloomed. That was one thing I wanted to make sure to show you. They're closed up a little bit this morning, but they will open up and be gorgeous. Great addition to the garden when it's done blooming. The foliage is semi-evergreen, so it has there's a lot of good things about it. There's my creeping gem euonymus. I also easy lemon rose. My strawberries. We've bought a handful of strawberries this year. It's more for fun for me. I enjoy having some edibles. Winter gem boxwood. There's my transplanted Brussels sage. My rainbow spurge. Look at this sweet little cutie. It's the snapdragons. I planted those from seed a couple years ago, and it's come back twice now. And look at the red hot fire poker back there. It's blooming, and it is so fun and gorgeous. So I'm kind of at one of those transition times where this yarrow is gonna go over and I'll end up cutting it back. I don't usually leave it for winter interest because I just like to have it short with everything else. But then my rudbeckia will be blooming and kind of takes over from there. And then I'll have all these Stella, there's some back there too, daylilies that will bloom. Sweet Williams are still holding on. They're a great plant to have for that transition from spring to summer. It is officially summer. Been really enjoying summer this year, even though we've had a couple really hot days. We've been able to do some camping and have some fun times. Go on the boat. Tell my husband, why does summer go by so quickly, but winter seems so long sometimes? You know? There's that mallow shining in the sun. Here's another Maximilian sunflower. My clematis I transplanted and it did bloom, and it's looking a little sad right now, but it has done pretty well. I mean, I transplanted it right before it bloomed and it still bloomed. It did pretty well. It's a little stressful to transplant things. My lavender. If you have lavender, come out, touch it, and enjoy it. Smell it. It's so beautiful. My thread, or moonbeam coreopsis is starting to bloom. I love that creamy color yellow. It's the same as my Oso Easy Lemon Rose. Sorry. This is my Summer Crush hibiscus. I cut back my geraniums so that they will grow and bloom again. So they'll be a little bit out of the limelight here for a while. Just another view of everything. Pretty much gone over these plants already. Here's another creeping gem euonymus. It's right below there. It has that yellow color that I like. And my Shasta daisies are blooming. They're new this year. I just planted them. These are some blanket flower varieties that will be blooming soon. So like I said, it's kind of that transition. My daisies always hold me over. And these fun fire pokers. They're just really happy this year. This is the 4th year I've had them. And I think they're finally reaching their full stride. Aren't they fun? Still don't know what this is, but I've left it to see what it is. It's probably just a weed. This stuff right here. Look how tall this one piece has gotten. Not sure what it is. Hopefully we will find out soon. I was kind of hoping it was milkweed or something that I planted and haven't had really come up. I do have some blooms on one of my dahlias, just right here. Cut back my catmint that already bloomed, or candy tuft. Love the foliage on this. Look at this morning. Dahlias like a little bit of heat, so they should be happy. It smells good. Love that red. Sweet Williams are still holding on. I'm gonna leave them, and when they're done, I just cut them back to the ground, and they're semi-evergreen too, so they do look nice even when they're not in bloom. I almost forgot about this little spot. I should give you an update. My Japanese rose is doing really well. It's grown about 5 inches. Snow and summer. Things I put here this year are red-headed feather grass. So thanks for coming to my garden.